Okay, our next activity is a short one, but an important one, and that is going to review how to promote a process from one environment to another. And so this is on pages 8 through 10 in your activity guide. And again, I would encourage you to work through that and then jump back over into the video so we can do it together. Okay, so we are back in our platform and we're going to click on the Deploy tab and we're going to find our deployment, which was Dev Lifecycle 2, Activity 1, and it was deployed for me to my dev environment. So the next step is I want to be able to attach another environment. I'm going to attach at least one. So I'm going to add both of these, the test and production, and then click back over to deployments. So when I click on the dev environment again, I can see my one deployment is here, and by clicking on this action menu, I can select copy deployment. And from here, you can select which environment you want to copy to. So for me, I'm going to copy it into test. Now you recall, we've mentioned this several times, that when you initially deploy, you want to deploy to your dev environment. And whenever you're ready to promote to the next environment, be it test or production, you want to do that by copy. So we'll simply say copy from dev and click OK. And this way you can be sure that whatever you had tested in dev is exactly what you have on test. So now when I click on test, you'll see that there is a deployment there already. And if I click on the notes, you'll see that this is my note, copy from dev. And then the platform also added this note, deployment of version 1 from environment 1 dev. This is the first deployment. That was my initial note. So click cancel. And if you wanted to do this one more time from test into production, you would simply again click copy deployment. And this time I'd go into production, ready for action, and click OK. And that was now then deployed to production with that note. So you can follow the entire process here. The first deployment was to the dev environment, then it was copied from dev to the test environment, and finally ready for action is my note there. Now that I've deployed to all three environments, what I would want to do is go back and manage my extensions. So let's go to manage and add a management. And if you recall in the dev environment, click on environment extensions. The process property was file name was set to dev. So I want to similarly update for the test environment and click on environment extensions, process property. I don't want to use the default here. I want to use the value of tests. So whenever I'm in my test environment, I want it to reflect that I'm in test and click OK. And finally, also I'll do the same in production and click on environment extensions, process properties, uncheck the use default checkbox, and here production and click OK. And that is the end of the activity to be able to promote by copy.